So the new Grow a Garden Friendship Update just came out, and today I'm going to be showing you basically everything inside of the Friendship Update, how it works, and how to get rich inside of it. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. So the very first thing I want to point out is that they have now added these signs right here so that people can like each other's gardens. So if I want to go over here and leave a like on this guy's garden, I believe all I have to do is the like button right here, and as you can see, he now has 16 likes on his garden. That is a new part of the Friendship Update. There's a ton of other stuff that I want to go over that they did end up adding, but let's go ahead and look at what they've added in the Busier Bee up. So if we head all the way over here to the new shop area right here, you can see we have a bunch of different options. So we have the option to fill up our honey, which we have already submitted. We have a specific item that we have to go ahead and get and retrieve, and then we also have crafter, and then what item we're going to get from the craft. This over here still all works the exact same from what I know. Let me check the shop, make sure there's not anything new in it. Pretty sure there's not. There definitely is something new. So we now have the pollen radar. I'll go over this in a second. I'm going to go ahead and cop one of these though, just so you can see what it looks like. They also have the new the lavender seeds, or the nectar shade seed, lavender seed. So these are two new seeds that have been added. These are uncommon, rare. These are not that good. So high fruit seed is still going to be the best in there. But we're going to go ahead and look at the pollen radar in a second and kind of go over everything the pollen radar. So let me show you how this new thing right here works. So I do have my wet pollinated orange tulip. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and place it in here. And now we are actually able to craft this. I'm the honey crafter. And then let's craft. And he's going to craft and he's going to give you this item. And then basically you're going to get your next item and your next quest. So you're going to have to put 3 in here again. But you're going to need a honey glazed rose. And I believe it only gives you items that are actually in your farm, so that, you know, it's actually obtainable to get and you don't have to go buy a ton of new seeds and all this crap. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the new gear, which is going to be the pollen radar. So I'm going to zoom out just so you guys can see what happens, but we're going to go ahead and use it. And as you guys can see, it's going to pollinate a bunch of things and then collect them all for me. So it just collected 22 things for me. And I believe it actually only collects pollinated things. So let's go ahead and use this again so you guys can see how this works. So yeah, I believe all of those were pollinated and it's only collected the pollinated one. So yeah, I believe this only collects pollinated plants. So I'm going to use it on my entire farm just to see and make sure. But it looks like we've collected pretty much all of them. The best optimal placement for this would obviously be in the middle. That way you can hit as many as possible. Yeah, so I believe it just collects all of them. So yeah, that is the new pollen gun. It is pretty overpowered and is going to help you a lot inside of the new update. But there is a lot more to cover in the update. So the next thing we want to kind of look at, or at least I want to look at, is the new seed. So it doesn't look like there's any new ones in the flower seed pack, if I'm not mistaken. So we're not going to look at that too much. But I'm going to buy one of the new seeds that was just added into the game. I'm going to do the nectarine seed, which actually isn't in stock. So I'm just going to do the lavender seed. And we're going to take a look at what the lavender seed actually is and what you get out of it. So it takes 7 minutes to grow, it looks like. Hopefully I have a watering bucket. I do not actually have a watering bucket. Let me go get a watering bucket and then I'll show you what this plant actually grows into. All right, so just went ahead and bought some watering cans. That way we can see what this new flower actually looks like. So there we go. We have this lavender plant right here, and it's just one time clear. So you go ahead and collect this, and let me look at it in this and see how much it actually sells for. Probably not that good, so keep that in mind. How much is this worth? So yeah, 24,000, which is not actually terrible for a one-time use seed, but again, it is one-time use, so keep that in mind. Now the next thing I want to go ahead and show you is going to be the new pets that have been added game. Unfortunately, I do not have any bee eggs, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get a bunch of bee eggs from the shop. This may take me a second, even though I'm in the test server. I don't just have unlimited items, unfortunately, so I have to kind of play the update in the test server before I can do anything. So it looks like there is another bundle right here. It says iconic gnome crate, and this is going to be a new crate thing, so you have a chance to get a bunch of these gnomes that are pretty rare. I believe this is new. I mean, it says new next to it, so I believe this is part of the up. Well, right now I'm working out getting a bunch of the new pets. That way I can show you what they look like. So it doesn't look like the eggs have been added with a bunch of new pets yet, and I do believe the new pets are going to be as a result of trading into this guy right here. But I am stuck on this right now, so I'm actually not able to progress pretty much any further unless I get a heavier one, which I'll go and try to get. But again, it's a honey glazed rose, and I need it to be a certain weight, so maybe I will. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see if any of these will trade in. All right, heading back over here to see if we can trade in any. Yeah, none of these are. I don't think these are gonna be weighing enough. Let's see. We'll just try all of these roses. The problem is that all of these aren't heavy enough, so I currently can't trade in for the next item. But do note that I believe it is actually in this shop right here. So here are a couple of the new plants. I believe this is a new one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and check it out over in this guy's farm. This one, it does look new. Yeah, there are some new pets inside of the game. They all do have some pretty good abilities, but there also is a bunch of new from this trader right here. I haven't been able to currently grind the event too much or max it out, but yeah, that is the strategy. Again, getting a lot of honey is very, very important, obviously, and then getting this honey glazed, and really whatever it asks you to get is important because, you know, obviously you can't complete the event without it. Yeah, the swarm event, this still occurs, and we also do have the same, basically everything right here. The only main thing that's been kind of added to the game is going to be obviously this stuff right here that is at the middle. That's pretty much the main stuff that's been added in this update. It doesn't look like too much other than new pets and some new plants have been added to the game. Make sure to be online during during the actual update, because there are going to be a ton of events that are going to be taking place, admin events, and I think they're going to break a ton more records. And if you want to get that chicken thing, I believe you have to be online to get the free chicken thing. So make sure you get online for that. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.